Namaskar friends, I am Acharya Tanmay Saikia and welcome to my channel Krishna Jyotish Academy. So today we will be discussing a very important topic, and this topic has been suggested by many of you during last week, especially through our emails and our WhatsApp. So I thought of taking up this particular topic because there has been a huge demand from my subscribers as well as my well-wishers and the people who view my channel to have a understanding and to know some important aspect of this particular topic. So this topic is a very important topic. The topic is related to children. So you understand that children and child, especially this topic is very important for the parents and also for those who are not yet married, and if married they are expecting their children, and everyone for that matter want to know about their prospects with the children and what is going to happen to their children, first of all with the childbirth, then about the children's rearing, and then about the children's future, etc. and etc. So this children topic is a very long topic, so I have thought that I will have a series of episodes of small duration, and in each of this episode I will try to touch upon some aspect of this particular topic, so that after I complete this whole series you will have a total understanding of this whole aspect of children. So especially I will like to thank a few of the people who have given their feedback and requested some special queries about the children topic. So especially Sumit Awasthi from Meerut, Ritu Jaiswal from Delhi, Kirti Singh from Ludhiana, Pawan Tikku from Bokaro, Kavita Sonowal from Sivasagar, and Kriti Desai from Aurangabad. So to all of you, although your questions are different, but I hope that when you will see today's episode, in today's episode I am going to take up that particular aspect of the children topic, which will I think to a large extent will answer your queries. So I need not mention the specific queries who asked what, but I can assure you that in today's episode I have covered that part of this topic which will answer your queries. So at first we need to understand that before we go to the nitty-gritty of astrological placement of the planet in your birth chart, we need to understand that why we get children. I mean, what is the logic behind we get children? I'm not here emphasizing on the process of creating children, that anyway we all know, but I am talking about the spiritual and the astrological aspect and the karmic aspect behind this whole thing, that why people get children. Now you see that children, getting or not getting children, and getting children of different kind, different gender, and then having different fortune for the children, it is all related to our karma of the previous life. So there is a karmic effect, and therefore the Santan Sukh, which we call in Sanskrit or in Hindi Santan Sukh, ये संतान सुख जो है ये सबको प्राप्त नहीं होते हैं तो भी ये संतान सुख जो है ये भिन्न भिन्न लोगों के लिए डिफरेंट होते हैं. द संतान सुख जो है the happiness or the joy from the children, it is obtained by various people, it is not obtained by various people, and who get this pleasure of having children also, their experiences are different. So why it is different? It is different because it is all related to the karma of our previous life. Now how we understand that what is the relation between our previous life's karma and our children in this particular lifetime? So to understand this particular thing, we will take some examples, and the logic behind this example is very deep. So I'm not going to get into the logic behind it. If someone wants to know about the logic of each and every point that I am telling, that maybe you can request, we can have separate episode. I'm just telling you some some principles or some outcomes. Now first of all, that in your birth kundali, okay, before that I should tell you that Rahu is a karmic planet. So Rahu is the planet which represents karma, and that is the karma of our previous life. So in anybody's kundali, wherever Rahu is sitting, with whichever planet Rahu is having a connection, that particular planet or that particular position of Rahu represents what we have had done in our previous life, and therefore we had to take this particular birth to complete the things that we could not complete in our previous life to that particular aspect. For example, if Rahu is sitting in anybody's kundali in the fifth house. Fifth house represents what? Fifth house represents children. Now when Rahu sits in fifth house, we will talk about this in detail in our upcoming series, when we will discuss which planet when sit in the house of children gives what type of result. Now Rahu, when it sit in the house of children, then what happens is that there is a delay or there is some obstacle in getting children. Now who will have that type of a punishment? It is a punishment if it is a delay or obstacle in getting children. So this punishment we are facing in this particular life, because in one of our previous lives perhaps we have killed some pregnant snake. You know that Rahu and Ketu combined together, it is considered as a snake. Rahu represents the head portion of the snake, whereas Ketu represents the tail portion of the snake. So combined together, Rahu and Ketu is a manifestation of snake. So in previous life, we have killed some snake which was pregnant, and that is the reason why in this life Rahu is sitting in our fifth house, that is the house of children, to give us the karmic punishment by delaying and by causing different type of problems. What are the problems when Rahu sits in the fifth house? That I will talk till later. Okay, but believe me, there is a series of problems, not only delay. Okay, it may be miscarriage, it may be abortion, depending upon the other planets with which Rahu makes connection, but definitely sitting at house number 5. That is one thing. Second thing is that if Rahu is sitting with Sun, okay, Rahu and Sun is considered to be great enemy. So if in anybody's horoscope Rahu is sitting with Sun, this is definitely not a very good, it does not give any good result. It is also considered to be a bad, bad combination, and the result and the outcome that we get because of this particular combination in this particular life is bad. Now why it happened? Why Rahu is sitting in the in this life with Surya in our Kundali? Now Surya is what? Surya represents our father. So it means that in one of our previous life we must have done something bad to our father, because of which in this life we are given the punishment for that, and therefore Rahu is sitting with Surya, and Surya represents father. Similarly, if Rahu is sitting in our kundali of this life with Moon, Rahu and Moon are also enemies, and the cumulative result is always bad. So when this is happening, then it means that it is happening because Moon represents mother. So in our previous life we have done something wrong, or we did not take care of our mother, or we have neglected our mother, we have knowingly hurt our mother either physically or emotionally, which has amounted to papa, means sin, and that punishment, we to pay for that punishment, we had to take this particular birth with this particular placement of Rahu, and has to suffer for this, and this is the way that Rahu gives you the karmic punishments. Now, if Rahu in this life, or for that matter Ketu in this life, sit in the 5th house, be assured that this is a very bad placement for the children. And it has happened because in the previous life we have done something bad, something sinful to some serpent, and not in their ordinary conditions, but maybe when they were pregnant. Killing snake in Sanatan or Hindu mythology has always been considered as a sinful act. Today also, people in India, they do not kill snake. Of course, nowadays killing snake is becoming very common. However, if you go back few decades, people of India, if not at all important, they used to choose to chase away snake rather than killing it. In fact, snake is it is considered auspicious in Sanatan or Hindu mythology. Shiva wears snake in its neck, so snake has got a different type of a divine manifestation in Sanatan or Hindu mythology. So by that also, killing snake, it is said that the karma of killing snake, you have to pay back it in the next life. Whenever you take the human form, you take birth in the form of a human, you have to pay back that. Rahu, somebody has asked a question. This is not related to children, but since we are discussing karmic effect of Rahu, so I am just adding it, that what it means that if Rahu is sitting with Venus in this life, okay, because Rahu and Venus combination also does not give you good result. Okay, so Rahu sitting with Venus means in your previous life, okay, it may not be the immediate previous life, but the one of your previous lives, if you are in that life you were a male and you had a lot of unethical affairs with multiple female, and you refuse to give your name to the children born out of those affairs. So that is another sin you have committed, and to repay that sin in this life, Venus is sitting with Rahu, and thereby the cumulative result that you will have to pay in this particular life will be bad. So this is all about the karma and how karma is related to children. Some people have the pleasure of getting children, some people do not have the pleasure of getting children in the life. Now, why this happens? This happens because of the position of the planets that is sitting in the 5th house of your horoscope, because 5th house of your horoscope represents children. Now, certain planets sitting in the 5th house, not physically sitting, it may sit physically or it may be aspecting the 5th house. Aspecting means in Hindi we call drishti. It may be looking at the 5th house from where it is sitting, okay, or it may have some type of connection in whoever knows astrology, they are familiar with the connections like 1-7 connection, 2-12 connection, trine connection, okay. So any type of connection the planets can make with 5th house. So when there are certain planets, when they make some type of a connection or they physically sit in the 5th house, they give different type of results. Some of the planets give very benefic results, and some of the planets they give malefic or bad result as far as child birth is concerned. We will be discussing about this in our next episode. But just to give you a trailer of that, just let me tell that if the planets like Sun, Jupiter, Mars, which are considered to be the Karaka planet for children, if these planets are sitting or aspecting or looking at or in some way or the other is connecting to the 5th house, then you will be blessed with children. Okay. There also, if there are certain planets like Jupiter, Sun, Mars, if they are connected, then you will get male child. If it is Venus, Mercury type of planet, you will get female child. This we will discuss in detail in our next episode. However, if there are certain planets like Rahu, Ketu, Shani, if these type of planets, they are either sitting in the 5th house, or if they are aspecting or looking at the 5th house, or in some way or the other if they are connected to the 5th house, the house of children, so there will be either delay or there will be multiple type of problem in conceiving children, or if you conceive children also, the children, the thing may not materialize. There may be miscarriage, there may be abortion, or if it is born also, it may born with a lot of complications. So depending upon the nature of the planet, Rahu, Ketu, Shani, they will have some negative effect when they are connected to house number 5. We will be discussing these things in detail because these things we will have to discuss planet by planet, so it will take some time. I do not want to make this episode very long. So this was the first episode, and as far as the these 6 people, Sumit, Ritu, Kriti, Paras, Kavita and Pallav is concerned, I think your questions were mainly related to the karmic aspect, why will somebody get children, somebody don't get children, and all the other things that we have discussed. I think you have got your answers in today's episode. So there are few others who are having questions which will have relevance in my next episode. So I will close this episode here, and before closing, as usual, I will request you to subscribe to my channel if you are new to it, because this channel is dedicated to provide in-depth astrological knowledge to the common man in such a language which can best be understood by the common man. You need not have to have any special knowledge of astrology for this one. And secondly, to revitalize the wisdom of astrology among the masses, especially I am targeting the youth generation who are gradually losing interest in the astrological science, which is a great science. I mean, it is a science which can precisely, if you know how to do it, okay, if you are educated enough in it, then you will be doing a great service to the humanity. So please subscribe to my channel and like this channel, and if you have got any query and you want to discuss with me in detail about your horoscope or any matter related to horoscope in private consultation, then please contact with me in the numbers that are now flashing in your screen. Even you can contact me by email also. I'll be very happy to solve your issues. So see you in the next episode. Keep yourself connected. Thank you.